Hey, this is Nate Woods with Action Coach with another Business Spotlight interview. So, Faiz, tell me a little bit about what you do, for how long you've been doing it.
Hi, Nate. Thanks for having me. I am the founder and CEO of Aly Plus. It's a marketing agency, purely digital. So I've been doing it for the past 4 to 5 years now. Technically, my digital marketing journey started all the way back when I was in college. Started as a freelancer, and then the past 4 to 5 years, I really tried to solidify it and turn it into an agency.
Awesome, awesome. I think that's something that tons of businesses now need is that social media and online presence.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So, what is your goal for the company? Where do you want to take it long term?
The goal is always to make it bigger and better. So we're trying to do everything that we can in-house to, get some of the best and latest tools that makes the work more efficient and faster. A lot of these things are very behind the scenes, so the client never gets to see what we do behind the scenes, because we're showing them the creative work, and but at the same time we want to show them the numbers, right? Because at the end of the day, the clients are always like, hey, how did our following go from here to here? What are we looking at, like a brand, stuff like that. So the biggest goal is to get all the tools in place so that we can do our work efficiently, and obviously grow the team, because as we are getting more and more clients, we need to build our team in-house even more. So the goal, when I look at short term and long term, is to obviously grow the team, grow the list of clients, and kind of help out, especially in Atlanta. There's so many companies, both small startups and local companies, that kind of need that boost in digital marketing, and that's what we want to do.
Awesome, awesome. That's a great segue. So, who exactly is your target market? Who do you aim to help?
So we kind of go for small businesses and small agencies. So for an example, there's automotive companies. There are startups that are trying to build their team of marketing, and they have a limited budget. So the thing is, not all these companies can go to these big digital marketing agencies, right? So what we like to do is kind of consider ourselves like a boutique agency, and kind of give all these services and give packages. So not everyone needs every single service. So when it comes to the client, the main target audience is really the smaller agencies and small businesses that don't have these gargantuan, businesses. And that's where we want to come in.
Awesome, awesome. Yeah, I think that's a segment of the market that, like you said, a lot of the larger agencies don't want to service. So it leaves
Right.
a void.
Absolutely.
So you've been in business for a little while now. Tell me a little bit about one mistake you've made or a lesson that you've learned that any other entrepreneur could learn from, irregardless of their industry.
I think, in the beginning, there's a lot of excitement and you kind of want to do everything, right? So in the beginning, it's like, no, let's be a marketing agency that goes for all sorts of clients, right? Because you think you can do it all. But I think, there's two things that I learned. One is that you kind of have to niche down, you kind of have to understand, all right, there's a lot of markets out there, but which markets can you really thrive in, right? So we realized that automotive, doctors and lawyers, and the hospitality industry are great for us, right? Now that doesn't mean in the future we're not going to look at other industries. We definitely will. But I think when you're trying to go to every single industry, and at the same time you don't have a big team to do it, it can kind of you can kind of serve yourself a little thin. So my biggest thing is, if I could go back in time, I would really niche down on which audiences I want to go for, which companies and clients I want to go for, and also have the proper team in place. Because as you grow, you also need more people, working with you to, help your clients out.
Awesome advice. Yeah. Trying to serve everyone at the same time is a recipe for stretching yourself too thin and not
Oh
being
yeah,
able to do what you're best at.
absolutely. Yep.
Awesome. So have you had a great coach or mentor? And if you have, why would you say them?
I would want to, give a lot of credit to, I think, when I was in college, this is something I knew I really wanted to do. And I think a lot of my college professors, I would have to, there's not any one specifically that I can name, because all of them I think were very, instrumental in getting me here. But I think there's just so much that I would learn. And I think, sometimes I would go into their offices and be like, hey, so how you were teaching this in class, I want to know a little more. So it's like, it kind of bugged them a little bit. So I think the amount that I learned from college and the classes, I think, was fantastic. And I think second, I would want to say also the job experiences that I had, because this is something that I always wanted to do, but even after college, I did work, as a 9 to 5 employee for companies, and I kind of learned a lot. Kind of I got to see, how to discuss with clients, how to that communication, how to build that reporting. There's so many things that I learned, that I think is essential. And because I do this on a daily basis now, and it's like, it's like a different language, but I get it now. So I think I can't really pinpoint a single specific mentor, but I think all the experiences I would say shaped me, to be who I am.
Yeah. Yeah. So what does the future look like for your company, and what are some challenges you see as you move forward?
Um, so obviously, I think the future is, like I said in the beginning, I want to grow the team. We have, a good team of 4 to 5 individuals, but I want to, get that to be even larger. I mean, there's a lot of other people, outside of Atlanta working with me, but in-house, I want to grow that team. So that's the first thing. The second thing is I want to, like I said, I want to expand into different markets. And then the third thing, when it comes to challenges, is I think that there's a lot of agencies out there, right? There's a lot of marketing agencies, and they all do fantastic work. But my thing is obviously, I do want to go for the smaller companies and smaller businesses. So I think that's kind of our niche. One day, who knows, we might go for the bigger guys out there, but at the current state, I want to stick with the small businesses.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So what would you recommend to a young person that is starting their first business in today's economy?
I would kind of just say, try to get experience. It's a lot of people just want to hurry up and, just start an LLC or whatever, get a website ready. That stuff is great. A lot of people just say, go do it. And I kind of say it in the same way, but in a different manner, which is go do it as get the experience. Because at the end of the day, you have to learn, you have to know how to do everything, right? It's like the equivalent of owning a restaurant. You don't necessarily have to be the one cooking, but you need to know everything that goes on in every aspect of the restaurant, because, if someone is sick, then you need to kind of step in and be able to do things. So you need to learn everything from A to Z, before you even get to the stage of, all right, I want to start that business of mine. So for example, if you want to be something as simple as a social media manager, right? Start looking for clients, be a freelancer, start creating content, managing social media channels for clients. And then once you find that rhythm, then you can say, all right, I got the social media down. Now, what about the analytics? What about this? What about that? Once you become fully experienced in everything, then go for that business idea.
Yeah, that's great advice. Using your employer to learn from and grow while you
Mhm.
start that business on the side, and then just
Yeah,
allow it to continue to grow until the point where you could do that full time, I think is a
right.
great way to think about it.
Yep.
Awesome. Well, hey, what is the best way people can learn more about you or about your marketing agency? What's the best way to get in touch?
So the best way to get in touch is just to visit our website. It's alyplusmedia.com. So basically, you can find out the different services we work on, and more about the company overall. So that's, how you can learn about that. Obviously, you can follow me on social media, right? So it's my username is at the Faiz Aly. So you can follow me on Instagram. I post a lot of fun content as well. That's not always related to the company, but I am a content creator as well. So in order to be good in marketing, I also have to market myself. So if you want to follow me, definitely go follow me. I have my own YouTube channel as well. And then I think later next year, we're going to be having a specific YouTube channel that's going to be all about digital marketing. So that's going to kind of segue from Ali plus the website and the agency. And we're also going to be teaching everyone, digital marketing tips and how to get digital marketing optimized for your businesses and stuff like that. So right now that's in the works, but currently you can go on the website, alyplusmedia.com.
Perfect. And I'll link all that in the description below so people can reference it easily. And
Perfect.
my final question for you today is, what inspires you most as you move forward in the business?
I think, in a way, I love technology. And I think, there's just like the way technology is changing every 6 months, you have something new, like an iPhone or whatever. I like to model, my agency and the work that I do kind of like a tech company in that sense, where let's keep using the latest tools and the newest technologies, because it is a digital marketing agency. So we need to really, fully know what digital services and tools are out there that we can use to make the lives of our clients easier. Because at the end of the day, a happy client is a happy me. So, what can I do to bring smiles on my clients' faces and, make them happy? So for me, it's always about, finding what's working, but also, what are the coolest new things that we can be working on? Because, when it comes to inspiration, it's always like, Elon Musk and Steve Jobs and these great visionaries that I look up to, even though their businesses are completely different. But I think, their vision is something that I really like, and their drive. So, people like them inspire me. And also, looking at, Ali Plus, where it is and where I want it to be, that kind of also motivates me, so stuff like that.
Awesome. Awesome. Well, thank you for joining me today. I really
Of
enjoyed
course.
the interview, and I look forward to
Likewise.
talking in the future.
Thank you. Thank you, Nate.